What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you know the title, welcome back to the You Guys podcast created for by the average Joe. Back with our esteemed group of colleagues once again. Dale Spears with the elite personal director back here again. Actually, my dog's birthday coming up shortly, so it's early birthday for him. Uh, the biggest cool George is here, and then DJ here as well. What's going on, fellas?
Hey man, I don't get no intro, nothing. I'm just DJ. This some bullshit.
But what you want to be coach?
Yo, what up?
What's an intro should be, Jack? Give us
I
an
don't
intro.
get no intro, but y'all boys got an intro. Nah, don't worry about it.
Hey,
Don't worry, cause just come on a couple more Sundays, cause you get an intro.
Hey man, if I would get the link every Sunday, I'd be here every Sunday.
the last 2 weeks you got. The last 2 weeks you got linked. The same.
And I've been here. Have I?
Yes. Next time I'm gonna give me an intro. How about that? So we're gonna hop on into it. Now I posted make this a separate video because I just started back my high school Friday night part of the channel. Every Friday night I go over the high school scores, stat game in the local area. I didn't do that on yesterday because I was very busy. But George on the head made some selections for this week, and we'll see if George had a positive record, losing record. So this is very brief before we go into what we talk about. George, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
George, I'm pretty impressed with your picks this week. I'm actually surprised.
Why you say that?
We'll go over your record right now. First game, we're going to talk about Ocala Christian defeats Lake Mary Prep 30-20. Wildwood defeats Crescent City 28-7. Fortunate Bicycle lost by 8 Benton County. Bradford defeated 20-6. Columbus shuts out 20-21-0. Williston beat Taylor County 50-6. Miami Central beats Ocala Vanguard 13-6. Hawthorne goes to Tallahassee and win 20-7. Clearwater Central Catholic shuts out North Bend 42-0. Wiregrass Ranch defeats Dillon 42-24. Hudson defeats Bellevue 30-0. Trinity Catholic defeats Key West 13. Westport beats Lake Weir 38-10. California beats Fort Pierce Central 14-7. Bishop Kenny out of Jacksonville defeats Clay High School 35-21. Plymouth Island beats Westside 35-6. Leesburg shuts out Crystal River 47-0. The Villages blanket Sun Lake 21-0. Eastside gets destroyed 43-13 at home. Hugh Holtz defeats Wakava High Schools by 1, 28-7. Fort White tricked by 14. Interlochen beats Wilson 30-13. At all the scores, George, you picked out of 24 games, you have a 14-10 record. Good job.
Hey.
Good job, George.
That's some pretty good guessing, JJ. Here you go.
Pretty good guessing, cuz.
Pretty good guessing.
Hey, what?
Because
Come on now.
The last 5 games, 45 games, Jordan was 9-10. But he got 5 consecutive games right. So I'm proud of you, George.
Yes, sir.
So, George, you got to pick games for this week.
how you quit in the first quarter?
So, George, I need your prediction for this week. You ready?
All
Hey,
right.
no, let's y'all do that on your own time. I ain't got a lot of time. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. George, we'll say that.
We kind of don't.
All right.
Do that on your own time. Do it on your own time.
I'm sorry, my bad. You're a very busy man.
Yeah,
let's
we got some.
right on into it. First thing we'll talk about is about the Buccaneers. Todd Bowles once again has not came to conclusion about the starting quarterback. I think Kyle Trask had a pretty good outing. I think he threw a touchdown pass to Palmer in the first half. George, I want to get with you. What are your thoughts on Todd Bowles still haven't made a decision at quarterback?
What?
Todd Bowles still has not decided who's going to start week 1.
Honestly, bro, I think they're gonna start Baker because I don't know if you saw or not, but Baker Mayfield, they basically didn't play Baker yesterday.
Well, if you heard what he said earlier that week, he was going to have Kyle Trask play the majority of the snaps this week. Then he was going to decide for this one who's going to start. But Kyle Trask played well enough to keep his name in the ringer for the starting job. So, do you think he's going to take the preseason again to decide is Baker the guy for week 1?
Nah, I honestly don't think it'll make much of a difference, man. Because like I said, I know they wanted Kyle Trask to start, but I mean I know they wanted Kyle Trask to start in the second preseason game, but you know it's just the fact that because like John Wolford had got hurt, and so like you know then basically after that they put Kyle Trask back in because Baker suited up. They had Baker suited up, but when it came down to it when he was available, they didn't play him, and so like. I've heard like a couple Bucks insiders like attributing that to basically saying that that they might be starting with Baker Mayfield to start the season.
Calm down.
It's just like they didn't want to like put him out there, you know, like put him out there in the game, and I guess risk him getting injured. So
Get out.
I'm going off of that.
I'm gonna have to agree with JJ on this one because, like you said, Baker suited up, but you put Walker in, and Walker got hurt, and you still didn't put Baker in. That's telling me right there by itself, you don't want to risk Baker getting hurt out there playing with third, fourth string guys. You know something fluky could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even care. I mean, I feel like they probably just waiting for they waiting for the inevitable to happen. That's no second. So it don't matter. it don't matter.
Well, hey, don't worry about him, y'all. They'll just hate him. That's all.
Well, speaking of Dale, Dale, what are your thoughts on the Colts yesterday, the 7-point victory?
What's all that noise?
What's all that clip? Owen Steeler.
DJ, you cooking, cuff?
Yeah, I'm finna cook, car.
Yeah, we here, cuff. Come on now.
All right, my bad.
Come on, now.
Hey, what
how do you
was your
feel-
question, cuff?
How do you feel about the Colts win yesterday? What are your takeaways from that Bears win yesterday?
Nothing really. None of the starters played, so.
Okay, that's pretty quick. DJ, your thoughts on the Steelers win yesterday?
Steelers are fine. I'm more concerned about the Bills more than anything. The Bills have an O-line issue. I don't think nobody realized it until last night because, bro, they had their starters out the first quarter and a half, and Josh Allen was running for his life. They had a lot of false starts, so they need to figure that out.
So next question.
Like they had like five. The starting O-line by itself had 5 penalties.
Oh, wow.
And that's in a preseason game.
That's a
tough.
preseason game. Sean
That's a
McDermott
preseason
was
game.
pissed. Sean McDermott was pissed.
You
They
can't
should
even get
put nothing else in practice.
lined up right. Oh my God.
That's
I
why
did
they
this too.
stayed in the game so long because they had too many penalties. It got to a point they took Josh Allen out just because he's out there running for his life.
I ain't gonna lie.
That man Sean McDermott said, "Y'all gonna figure this shit out, goddamn it. Y'all gonna get this shit right, goddamn it."
So, DJ, who in your eyes is back quarterback behind Kenny? Is it Mitchell or Mason?
Oh, they're gonna go Mitch, for whatever reason.
You'll get
Steelers hate Mason with a passion, so the Steelers hate Mason with a passion, so it's most likely gonna be Mitch.
So let's go ahead and hop into the next topic. Word came out, I think it was today or yesterday, that Miles Jack announced retirement after recently getting signed by the Eagles. I'm gonna start with that. DJ, he recently played for y'all the most recently. So what do you think your thoughts is on Miles Jack retiring at age 27?
Honestly, I think Miles still has something left in the tank. I think it's, he didn't expect to get signed, so when they came out with a deal, I feel like that's why he signed with the Eagles. But I just think his heart wasn't in it no more. Because obviously, based on what he did last season by himself, he still could play.
Yeah.
That man, he get his money. Shit, hey, not everybody want to stay in the league 10 plus years. Miles Jack got paid by Jacksonville,
He got paid by
Like
us because
DJ
we signed him
said.
to a 2-year deal.
Yeah, and he got paid by y'all. He probably was like, man, what am I still playing football for? Like DJ said, he probably didn't love the game no more. I mean, you just want to chill, and I don't blame him. Hey, get out while you ahead.
George,
Yeah, what's up?
what are your thoughts on Miles Jack retiring?
Miles Jack retiring? I mean, hey, going off of what Dale said, not everybody want to have a long career. Some people just want to get paid. especially with it, with football being such a, uh, uh, such a contact sport. You know what I mean? Some guys just don't make it that long in the NFL. So he probably just calling it, while he still can, getting his last check. So I mean,
So let's go ahead and shift gears to our next topic. This is a big topic. We all know about the James Harden situation in Philly. And of course, the comments he said about his GM, owner, whoever he is. Um, so my question was this: do you think James Harden was wrong for making those comments? And if so, what are your thoughts behind it?
wait, what comments did he make?
Well, he went out and called, was it Mooney or something like that? What's the name again now?
I don't know.
Daniel something. The
Talking
GM,
about the GM,
The
yeah, the
GM,
Daryl
GM.
Mooney.
Daryl Mooney, that's who it is. He went out for the record, I think at a recent camp he was at, and said that Daryl Mooney's a liar and this, that, the third. And
Mm.
he doesn't want to play for a guy like him. Now he's the reason why he's in Philadelphia. Daryl
He
Mooney
didn't
played.
say he wasn't. He said he was never gonna play for him again either.
Yeah, he said he never going to play for him again either. So this is the same guy that got you out of Houston when he actually was your GM. He was in Houston for your better part of your career. And now all of a sudden you call this man a liar. You got Kevin McHale coming out recently saying that he was too fat. This guy got fired 12 games into the season. So a lot of this whole comment about Darren Mooney, a lot of people has came out talking about James Harden and Houston relationship with coaches and Darren Mooney then escalated so now. Do you think this is James Harden's last chance in the NBA when this situation come out? All right, my question is, as a team owner, do you take a risk with James Harden this time of career, especially after the outbursts he had about Darren Mooney? I'm gonna start off with Dave.
Uh, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like James Harden has no leverage here, and he's just trying to use the little leverage he has left. No one wants James Harden. James Harden's old. No one traded for him. The only team that won them was the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's like a team that trades for him not only has to trade for him, but they have to pay him max money because that's what he's gonna want. And no contending team is gonna want to do that. So it's like, to me, it's not gonna end well for James Harden. He may just end up going back to Philadelphia. Yeah, he said he's gonna hold out and all that. We'll see. I mean, after this last year, he's gonna probably sign a vet minimum in the NFL if he gets drafted, or not drafted, but if he gets picked up by anybody else. I feel like this is just another Russell Westbrook type thing, So that's how I feel about that situation.
George.
I think this is another case of really showing that like this whole player empowerment thing it's kind of like coming to an end because before the superstar guys they tried to force their way out of a lot of situations like this, similar to what James Harden got going on, but I agree with Dale. Like in this situation, he really ain't got no leverage. He might be trying to leverage what he has, but ultimately, like he kind of like stuck. Similar to a situation that Damian Lillard in. Right now, like I understand Dame want to go to Miami, and Portland done did good, or he done did good by Portland. But also at the same time, Portland has done good by him. They made him one of the highest paid players in the league. And they paid him handsomely for sticking with the franchise. So I mean, I honestly don't see any situation where any teams like really try to trade for James Harden or put any type of like assets or show any interest to the 76ers for James Harden. I just don't see it because just going off of what he's done like the past couple of years, it hasn't really translated into winning for where he has played. So, also too, with his like his health, with him gaining weight, losing weight, and apparently he like to go clubbing and all that. I think you can like really question like, you know, okay, does James Harden even really care about playing basketball like all that or like winning, you know? So yeah, that's my take on it. I don't see any teams really making a push or showing any interest to the 76ers for James Harden. So yeah.
He's yet to make the thoughts in this situation.
Huh?
James Harden shit. Man, I really don't know because, like I just say, it all depends on what the situation is, honestly. But he, like y'all said, he don't have no leverage, no matter what the situation is. But if the man is that bad of a liar to make you say you never want to play him again, and you honestly play for him again, and you honestly mean it, then what happens? You need to go look into this GM and see what he's doing, and that's something the 76ers got to figure out too. Do y'all want that type of guy that have players saying, "I don't want to play for this dude"?
Exactly.
Because then you have to ask Embiid, that's the other star player, what he think of the GM. And if
Exactly.
Embiid feel the same way,
For real.
then okay. Then you got
Hell, I was seeing something. I read something the other day saying that it's just a matter. A lot of people in the front office and the 76ers front office believe that James Harden, not James Harden, but Joel Embiid may just ask for a trade. You know, just because with all this stuff going on with James Harden, they ain't made it past second round. You know, like he just may want out.
I can see that. I can understand that too.
You know, so we'll see. The 76ers, maybe that shit can get interesting.
You got rid of my favorite teammate and left me with Ben Simmons and Tobias
And
Harris.
the teams that said they were interested was the Knicks. They said they keep an eye on it, and the Miami Heat keep an eye on the Joel Embiid situation.
So I'm reading this article right now from ESPN. So for what this stems off of, it all started with James Harden and Daryl Morey's a lack of agreement to long-term vaccine level contract. And the team risks of possibly a Harden's arrival at training camp bringing anything but a championship mindset. So what they're saying is he's pissed off because he needs to get the money or the deal that he wants. They feel like he's not worth the money or worth the time. So he's going to a temper tantrum at Daryl Morey because he's not getting his way. And now they think he will have a mindset to compete for not only a championship, but it be a competitive period. So now, yeah, of course, discussing the Clippers recently, but he picked up 35 points option in June, and the same thing with asking for I feel like Dale said, him being old and him being out of shape was exactly why the things they throw what the 76ers would have for James Harden. So we'll keep monitoring that situation. The 76ers did come out and say James Harden was going to come into the training camp with the 76ers, but is his mind going to be focused? And is he going to be a problem in the locker room? Because this is a toxic situation. We have a GM and the player not seeing eye to eye, especially on a team as good as the 76ers is on paper. They don't all on the floor at all times. And Joel Embiid, the reigning MVP, don't need that type of distraction in this team, especially off the career year he had. So James Harden back together or him out before the season even begins. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. But James Harden, he needs to get his act together though, because he's not the same James Harden was of old, where he was a game changer. Now he's still his assist numbers are still up. He led the assists last year, but when games is in the balance, James Harden is probably the most unreliable players in the league.
Right.
Game 7 against the 76ers. Not only Joel Embiid was a no-show, but James Harden in 41 minutes had 9 points. That's not going to win no championship. They don't beat a good team like the Boston Celtics or any other team in the NBA. Last two deep playoff runs, the 76ers had James Harden choked in game clinching situation. He choked against the Heat last year, or 2 years ago, and he choked against the Celtics last year. So. And they had a chance to win the series the whole 4 game 6, but they choked that too. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that situation. In my opinion, I wouldn't try to get James Harden because he's not the star. He's just a good player. He don't act like a star. He don't care so like a star. So we'll see how that goes. I want to talk to Dale on the next topic. Recent news came out about Jonathan Taylor once again leaving for personal.
Stop.
What's up with that Jonathan Taylor situation when he was practice earlier this week?
I think he just had to leave. He had probably some issues he had to handle. I mean, it makes no sense for him to hold out, you know. No sense. Show up, play, and get paid from somewhere else if you don't want to get paid from him. But he may just have some personal things that he needs to take care of. I mean, so that's how I see it. But
So, let me ask
I
you
know.
this. My bad.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Okay, so let me ask you this next question is, do you think he's going to sign long-term for or do you think it's going to play him in 6 months?
You said what number?
Do you think Jonathan Taylor's going to eventually re-sign with y'all and sign long-term?
I mean, we'll just have to see. I don't know. We'll just have to see because I really don't know if he's going to re-sign with us. I'm pretty sure we'll offer him a contract, but is it the contract he's going to want? Who knows, man? Like, I don't know. I mean, with a rookie quarterback starting, it's always good to have a good run game, and he's a guy that you want there, you know. So I don't see why not. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe he doesn't want to resign with us, and maybe Jim Irsay left a bad taste in his mouth, and maybe he'll just show up, come back when he's ready to come back, do the season, and get paid from somebody else, like I said earlier. So I don't know, man. What I really want to talk about is AR5 being announced a starter. As a Colts fans, we all figured this was going to happen. With all the reporters and stuff, reading the articles with all the reporters, saying the same thing. Jim Irsay saying that he's not drafting nobody in the top 5 to have him sit on the bench, which in my eyes, it's not nothing wrong with it as long as you got a quality, person in front of him, a vet that he can learn from. But Jim Irsay doesn't want that. He's a starting, so it's going to be a long season for us. I just want to see improvement from week to week. That's all I want to see. So
let me ask you this question: do you think they rushed the decision to start the announcement about AR? Or they made the decision?
do I think they rushed it? Yeah, I do kind of think they rushed it. Because I still think there are some mechanical issues, that need to be fixed. Maybe some footwork issues that need to be worked on. Little things, maybe learn how to read the defense better, and having him sit behind somebody like, I don't know, any vet, hell, bringing keeping Phillip Rivers, bringing him back, shit, I don't know. Or even sit behind Matt Ryan and just letting him learn from a vet. Even though we're going to suck the next couple of years, it's always good to, have somebody let them sit and let them learn. If we go back and look at history, I mean, all the greats, they've sat Aaron Rodgers. Hell, even Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith, what, a year? So.
So let me ask you this question, Dale. What do y'all think y'all will do with Gardner Minshew? You're going to keep him on the team, or you eventually going to try to trade him?
Talking about with Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah. Y'all want to keep him? Y'all see me on long-term plans? See him possibly?
I don't know. I mean, from what Jim Irsay said, he's not trading him. So I guess he's a part of the long-term plans. I mean, he probably want to. I don't know what Jonathan Taylor's value on the market is. I would want us to keep him. Just pay the man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay him Christian McCaffrey money. You ain't got to pay him no $15, $16 million a year. But what's wrong with 12 or 13? Like if you can do it, you can do it. I understand you got to pay Michael Pittman Jr. as well. So. But like I said, with a rookie quarterback, it's always good to have vets around him, And with you put Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor, Isaiah McKenzie. Those are Mo Alley Cox, our tight end. Those are good vets, in my opinion, to have around a rookie guy, to teach him how to be a pro and help him learn the offense. So
I'm looking at Spot Track right now, since we're on that topic. Spot Track shows all numbers when it comes to contract values and all that stuff. So he'll be a free agent after this season. So his market value is an annual salary average of $13 million a year for 4 years, $52 million.
And that's exactly what I said. 12, 13 is.
So he'll be the third highest paid running back when it comes to that salary.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, because by the time his contract is up, you wouldn't have paid AR5 yet if he flourishes, And you still have rookie guys. You still have young guys on their rookie deals on the defensive side of the ball. So, to me, financially, it makes sense. Just pay him. Don't pay him. Like I said, don't pay him Christian McCaffrey money because, that's Christian McCaffrey. He's good as fuck. He does a lot, but just besides run the ball. But pay him a little bit lower than that. 12 to 13 mil a year for 3 years, 4 years. Because he's only 24 years old. By the time it's time for him to re-up, he'll be 28 years old. So,
and that's good for him. That's like max money for a running back sometimes because it's like a give and take lead with the running back. Running back ain't last longer to like past 30 years old that much no more and still be elite level. 28, 29 is kind of like if you start to decline. Right? So I think after this.
Exactly.
After this deal, he'll sign the first one. He'll sign one more, and then you'll start to see the decline.
And it's like, hey, for him, he still got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm all about. Players getting paid. Get your money.
You got to look at hindsight. You're definitely right. You got to look at hindsight about him getting paid. Is he going to be a good running back years to come? Hopefully. And as long as he gets paid and for his services, for the market value for running back, you shouldn't complain. 10 to 13 million should be fine. He's not the Derrick Henrys or the Chris McCaffrey or the Josh Jacobs, but he could be on par with those guys. Because look, we did his second year in the league. Man, almost had 1,800 yards rushing on the ground. So if he stays healthy, he's a tier 1 back. So, but I think he can afford to hold out right now. If he make passes for $1 million, so
exactly. If he holds out, he losing his whole salary basically.
Yeah,
and that's like $4 million.
So he needs to go ahead.
Who would want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Just go, show up.
You go just suck it up and
yeah, for real.
And just deal with it. George, let's get on talk about more.
What's up?
How y'all gonna address this Luke Goddard offensive line? Because I see it again. He's still struggling to protect his side of football. Do you see any sign of improvement from him from the first preseason to the second? What are your thoughts on the offensive line issue going into the third preseason?
I'll be honest, man. I'm really not too sold on our offensive line right now. Also, too, there is something that I do want to point out about the offensive line. I have heard about I've been listening to a Bucks podcast, and I've heard like some insight saying that for some reason Todd Bowles he keeps changing up the lineups with the line, and so
that's
like
not good. That's not
and,
good at all.
Yeah. And that's what they were saying too. They were saying like that's not something that you do because you want your guys to like really get used to like being in the trenches down there together, but for whatever reason Todd Bowles he just keeps changing up lineups, switching up lineups to I guess he's trying to experiment. And also too like one of the guys that they really been trying to like develop is Luke Goedeke, right? And basically like they keep putting him out there with guys that he's not even gonna play, that he's not even gonna like play alongside when the season actually starts. And so it's just like they were saying like the guys are not even really getting in quality reps with people that they're actually going to be in the trenches with in there. So there's like chemistry issues to be concerned about right there. But even from just the preseason game that I watched last night, it's like we could not get no run game going because our line was just not getting the job done, man. Like also too, there was a lot of times like it looked like some of the guys didn't even know the plays out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I just as far if there were things that I would be concerned about right now, it would be our offensive line. I'm not sold on our offensive line. I'm not sold on that, man. That's something that really concerns me right now as far as like if I had any worries. But yeah, that's all I got to really say about that.
So do you think the offensive line could turn around from last year injury plagues and turn back to what it once was when y'all did win and go win the Super Bowl? Do y'all feel like you develop a run game now? With, in my opinion, a better back. And I'm not disrespecting Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is a still Super Bowl back in the NFL, but you have a younger back in Rashad White, pretty good receiving back. He has to show some promise in run blocking, but he's a good all around back. Hopefully, y'all can protect and create lanes for him to make plays. I can see our running game get back to what it once was when Tom Brady first came to Tampa. But that running game really didn't hold y'all back from being successful offensively last year because you look at being a one-dimensional team is hard to win, let alone playoff games, but football games as being one-dimensional. You gotta have some kind of run, something. So hopefully it help the offensive line to reinvigorate that run game. Temple once again. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about. Y'all hear me?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and fast forward. We are less than 3 weeks away from college football. Um,
Shit, next week college football next weekend.
is it next weekend? Man,
Yeah.
So,
Don't know.
Hey, talk your trash.
George, don't say nothing. Hold on. Hold on for 3 more months. More months. Actually, that's 3 months. About another 2 months. 2 months. One for 2 months. But what is? Let's ask the Seminole brothers the question. Dan, what is your biggest question mark going into showdown with LSU?
Our run defense. Our run defense was ranked what 60th in the whole NCAA. I mean, in order for in order for you to compete for championships, in my eyes, you got to have a top 20 run defense. Our run defense was trash, so we did things in the transfer portal. We got some more D tackles, to shore up that run, that interior D line. This LSU game is gonna be a lot for us, man, because our schedules are really, 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 really easy, and we play the two hardest teams on our schedule the first 5 weeks. Week 1, we got of course LSU Labor Day weekend, and then 3 weeks later, turn around we play Clemson. So it's like if we come out and if we can beat LSU and be dominant against LSU, or show that we can be a championship team, that's gonna favor in our eyes. That's gonna favor us when the college football playoff is early. You know what I'm saying? So we have, like I said, our schedule isn't tough, but we have we have 2 tough road tests. I'm gonna say road tests because the LSU game's in Orlando, but two tough tests in the early weeks. So I mean, we should be fine. I mean, with all the recruits and all the stuff that we're doing with the transfer portal, so we should be good. I still like our odds.
That's very critical. Any team in college football, you cannot win having no type of run defense. Let alone defense, period, in this day and age. What a
Exactly.
complete team in college football. I don't care if you're Ball State, UAB, Clemson,
Exactly.
Minnesota State. You gotta have some kind of defense.
You got to have some kind of run defense.
Something.
And it's like I feel like a lot of teams are going to try that on us this year, just because they have the film all from last year. So the defensive coordinator, whoever it is calling those defensive plays, something's got to change. You got to figure something out, switch up techniques, whatever you got to do. You need to do it. Because we've got the talent. At this point, it's probably just coaching. Play calling. So We'll see, man.
And this,
I know that offense is going to be potent. You know what I'm saying?
y'all,
Because what Mike Norvell likes to do is he likes to give you different game plans each and every week. So each and every week he going into something he didn't do last week or the week before. You know, so each week he bringing a new defense, something different that they ain't never seen before.
right,
So they didn't really have no film on it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's always a good thing for us.
And the thing, Dale, I'm looking at the top rush offense from last year's college football season. Of course, y'all was top 15 in the country last year. You ain't got to worry about anybody. I think in your first month and a half of the season that has a top 50 rush offense.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
that's good. That's good.
LSU's 41st, but outside of that, Clemson's 47th, and that's it. I think y'all play Pittsburgh this year, do y'all?
I don't know.
I don't
That's a
know.
great question.
Because only 3 teams I see.
I know we don't play North Carolina either.
Yeah, so
That's a good thing for us.
So Clemson's 47th, Pittsburgh 42nd, LSU 41st, Duke's 40th. So I don't think I'll pick Notre Dame this year. But outside of that, you got teams that top, subpar rush offense. I mean, if you're not in the top 30 or top 25, then you're not relevant to any kind.
I will say this: if Mike Norvell can go out there and do what he did last year, this year, but be more dominant and beat ranked teams,
Right.
he could retire in Florida State if he wanted to. I mean, because he's gonna get the recruit just because we're Florida State, you know.
Who knows?
So he could retire as long as he gets us 10 wins each and every season. I'm pretty sure wouldn't nobody care until we move to the SEC or something like that
So last year,
when
LSU averaged 183 yards on the ground last year per game, which is good for 4.9 yards per carry. Which is pretty good. What did y'all allow last year per game? If I'm not mistaken?
I can't hear you. So what you said?
What did y'all allow per game on the ground as a rush defense?
I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know like all together, we were horrible. Our rush defense was just horrible. That's why we did things. We got like the number 2 defensive tackle in the transfer portal. We got the other transfer, the D tackle transfer from Miami. So, I mean, they knew they rush defense was trash.
So
We
y'all
didn't
rush.
do anything in the linebacker department. So I
So
guess
y'all,
they're bringing it back with the linebackers they got now, which wasn't nothing wrong with them.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong going out there and get guys transfer portal. Transfer portal is a dozen these days for certain positions. So y'all was probably, if not probably the most consistent team in the transfer portal getting gems like Jeremiah Bell from South Carolina, who I think is the NFL talent, especially the offense y'all run with multiple speed. I look at the numbers. Last year I was ranked 75th in college football defense. When it comes to running the football, y'all allowed 156 yards per game.
Okay.
And LSU averaged about 183 last year. So, I mean, y'all got y'all work paying out to you because you're facing 2 teams with the top 4 and top 3 rushing last year. I mean, y'all just fine though, especially the push y'all did on the side of the ball for the transfer portal. Our biggest problem is we haven't had a legit pass against contract. That's all. We can run the
Right.
foot.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is true.
Florida's always been a team that can run. Last year, Florida, I think, was top 40 offense. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, last year Florida was ranked number. Who's in the top 50 last year? If I'm not mistaken. In rush offense last year. We had 2 running backs that ran for almost 1,000 yards each with Montreal Johnson and Trevor Etienne. Florida was number 24 last year in the country in rushing, averaging 5.5 yards a carry and 200 yards on the ground. But we was one of the worst passing teams in the country. We haven't had a quarterback in 3,000 yards in our trash game. That's going on now 3 years ago. Before Kyle Trask, I think last one 3,000 yards. If I'm not mistaken, was Felipe Franks. And then before Franks, it was Last quarter for over 2,500 was Tebow. So we haven't had a real consistent quarterback play in the last 10 years out of like 3 quarterbacks. You look at it, we are very, very poor passing team. We lack receivers. The receivers do have, they're not really. And as an offense, you got to make a defense respect go both ways. Florida hasn't been making anybody beat them in the past. It's Kyle Trash man. If I'm not mistaken, Florida was ranked number 77 last year in the country in passing yards, averaging 223 yards per game. That ain't gonna beat nobody. I mean, if you're University of Iowa, maybe that work for you. But if you're in the SEC, you don't average 220 yards per air. That's not beating them. That's not nobody respect. That's probably how many yards Georgia allowed all last year.
Yeah, I ain't beat nobody. How do y'all like y'all new quarterback, huh?
I don't like. I don't like. I look at a number survey that they had on college. He is the worst quarterback out of all FBS that's played against ranked opponents. He has subpar numbers against ranked opponents. I pulled that I don't know what it said. It is so bad. It's awful. Numbers are so mediocre.
Can you put it down, please?
It's mediocre.
Come on, AJ. The last 2 times was 4 months ago. Yeah, no one.
I got a Graham Burns for me.
Just put the jersey down.
He played in a older offense, Wisconsin back in the day, but that's no excuse to play the way you played. He has to show me this year. He has to show me during the Utah game if he's a guy. If he shows Spurs and Graham Burns in Wisconsin, then they can have to pull him immediately because we have winnable games on the schedule. We have some games that we scratch your head on. Utah is a trap game early on. They go way up there in Utah. Take on the team that won the Pac-12 last year, won the Rose Bowl last year. They bring back their quarterback from last year, Cam Rising. I think one of those underrated quarterbacks in the Pac-12 coming this year. So people talk about Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix Jr. People sleep on really see what Cam Rising is ability to run the football, and he's a very good decision maker downfield. Utah's going to be a good team this year, especially with this. Can the Gator offense put the points in the game? Well, the defense is going to be fine, but can the Gator offense put points in the game? We lost a lot of receivers, whether it's to the leaving early for the draft or transferring. We do return our leading receiver last year. We can do a Saul back. Well, my opinion, is underrated receiver in the conference. If we could just allow him to run with Johnson and let Graham Burks be a game manager, which I think he is at best, we'll be fine. If we don't have to rely on him to pierce with his arm, we'll be fine. We can rely on that 1-2 punch of Johnson and TT, and I think we'll be fine this year. My opinion, honestly, if we don't come out in the first series against Utah with an energy and we want to go in there and win, that'll turn the whole season. Because your first game is like a first impression to the fans. You go out there flat, especially in a hostile environment. Utah, that's going something. Guys will come back home disappointed and defeated. Then 2 weeks later, you got Tennessee coming to town. So you don't have that much of a window in our schedule to lose a game, get down yourself before you get hit by another tough opponent. So we have conference opener in 3 weeks. They're going to see that Tennessee coming to town. Tennessee is no sequel to Tennessee because Joe Milton is underrated quarterback. See if he clips the last year for it. We'll see how it goes. I really hope that these quarterbacks that have transferred have good seasons like DJ Ukulele. Hope he does good at Oregon State. Hope Cade McNamara does good at Iowa. Who else? I don't think Nick Saban announced he has a quarterback. That's scary. That Nick Saban still not supported back in the season less than a week away?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for them.
He has 3 guys fighting for the job. I know Missouri announced today that they're gonna play 2 quarterbacks in their first game.
Who?
Missouri, they're gonna play 2 quarterbacks in their first game.
That's tough.
It's a possibility you could see Nick Saban play 3 quarterbacks in the first game. It's a possibility. I think, and I hate to say this, but I'll be honest with you. If Nick Saban don't find a quarterback this year, it might be his worst year coaching as a head coach at Alabama because you don't have a caller.
Yeah, but hey, that defense still gonna be like that.
Yeah, but
That
you got
defense will be good enough to win 8 games,
hey,
9 games. Yeah, they Alabama worthy, but we ain't used to that from Alabama. But they probably win 8, 9 games just from the defense.
I've never seen Nick Saban lose more than 2 games in the season since he's been in. Actually, his first year, I think he went 7-6.
Stop.
That was like what? Almost,
You
give me
want to
that
go back outside, girl?
like 15, 20 years. We'll see how that goes for Alabama going into their first game. DJ, I want to get with you, man. What is your biggest question for Pittsburgh going into their season opener? What is your biggest thoughts about Pittsburgh going into the season?
My bad, had to run back to the phone. But my biggest question, really, inside linebackers. How are they gonna flow together? Because, we redid the whole linebacker room. Got rid of Miles Jack, got rid of Devin Bush, let Spillane walk. Can Cole Holcomb, be what they're trying to make him to be? What I mean by that is your 3-down backer. He's out there on the field no matter what, or we gonna rely on Sean Alexander for that. Not concerned about the O-line. They revamped that, and you get one of the best guards in the league, and Isaac Seumalo. I'm not worried about that. Oh yeah, and Broderick Jones for a first-round pick. You expect your left tackle when you pick him in the first round to be your guy, and he ain't won that starting position yet. So I want to know what's going on with that. Really, that's about it.
Do you think Kenny Pickett could make the next step to be inside the NFL?
I can't hear you, cuz. What you said?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Charles, go on.
What?
Hello?
Be back. There
Hello?
you go. You're back.
I accidentally pressed the remove button where I was supposed to press the unmute button.
Oh.
Do you think Kenny can make next step to be the next quarterback?
Yeah, I think Kenny can. That's what I'm saying. I'm not concerned about Kenny. I think he'll be fine. I think Najee will be fine. George Pickens will be fine. It's really that inside linebacker position and left tackle for me.
Do you think Matt Kenner's on the hot seat this year?
Yeah, kind of, really, yeah. He is.
So as soon as you get him before you finally
You said what?
how many games you get him before you remove from this seat?
Oh no, they're gonna finish the season with him. Pittsburgh, we ain't finding no coaches in the middle of the season. He'll finish the season, but if he come out, the offense look like it looked at the beginning of the last season, and then he'll be gone after the season end. But if they start and finish how they finished the last season, then he'll be fine. He'll be our coach moving forward.
So let me ask you this question. George. George.
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm looking at this website right now. They have 9 coaches on the hot seat coming into the season. They have Todd Bowles number 2 on this list. What do you think Todd Bowles is on the hot seat going into this year?
Yeah, I would say so because as I just described y'all with like the offensive line, and also too on top of that, when I said that, I noticed Dale was like, "Ooh, that is not good." You know what I mean? So I don't know, just like his way or his method of doing things. From what I've also heard too is like a lot of the Bucks reporters and that I listen to, they really not too too excited about how he's been handling managing lineups and everything of the sort. So I would add him as one of those guys on the hot seat because also too we know his record as a head coach. He's been with the Jets. He didn't do too much with the Jets, and yeah,
He's
I
a great
would put him on
coordinator,
the
though.
hot
He's a
seat.
great defensive coordinator, but when it comes to being a head coach, that's not him.
Yeah. Hey, like defensively, I like what he talking about, man. Like you can tell on the field, he's really blitz heavy. I saw them doing a lot of blitzes yesterday out there on the field. So yeah, he's one of those coaches. He wants to get up in you.
Another coach that's a great coach hasn't panned out to be a good head coach. Josh McDaniels with the Raiders. Do y'all think that he's just a great coordinator, it's just a bad head coach?
I mean, yeah, he
I
can
do.
be that.
I
There's a
think
lot
he
of
is.
coaches out there that are great coordinators but horrible head coaches.
And I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, because I honestly think that's what he is. You seen how he went with
Yeah,
the
ain't nothing wrong with that
Broncos.
at all.
Because if you look at his coaching records since being a head coach, he's 17-28 in his coaching career as a head coach between Denver and Las Vegas. Last year he finished 6-11. Do y'all after this owner this year, would you fire him or would you give him an extension after this year? What do you think? Would you
To
keep him
my
or
Tom
fire him?
Bowles.
No, Josh McDaniels.
This is only his second season, right? Over there, right?
Yeah, it's only the second season over there, Cup.
So you don't think he's in the hot seat this early?
Off rip right now,
I
no,
think.
because you got to think, bro. He had Derek Carr, now he's working with Jimmy Garoppolo.
But it's his
But I'll say next year is more of a hot seat than anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got Jimmy G his first year. He's got a
Yeah.
guy that knows his system, that's smart enough to run his system. So he should be okay. I mean, he should be okay.
what about Mike McCarthy?
Who?
Mike McCarthy.
Who you said?
Mike McCarthy.
Oh, Mike McCarthy for Dallas.
Hot
Oh yeah,
seat.
because if Dak go out there and stink it up again, he the first one out.
Now, do you blame Dak for the Cowboys' failures, or do you blame McCarthy?
Well, the thing is, you blame McCarthy because you can't get rid of Dak. You owe him too much money.
Yeah, you paid him too much money.
You paid him too much.
Hey, honestly, I think it's a mixture.
You think it's both?
I think it's both.
I
Why
think
would you hire Mike McCarthy anyway after you seen how he finished with the Packers?
The Packers, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't get that hiring either.
Me neither.
Hey, I'd have just promoted Kellen Mond, to be honest with you.
Kellen Moore?
Kellen Moore. Hire from within. Why not?
But they scapegoat to Kellen Moore. Like when Byron left with and sent him on Los Angeles. So they blame Dak Prescott struggles with Kellen Moore, and they sent him out of here.
I mean, Kellen Moore over there with Justin Herbert now, so we're going to see how Justin Herbert do.
Back in mind.
I mean, I like Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator. I don't think Kellen Moore was the problem. I really don't.
What about Ron Rivera? Is he on the hot seat?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, Ron Rivera is an overrated coach. But he's definitely in the hot seat.
Yeah, he is on the hot seat. They should have got their quarterback
By now.
Yeah. In my eyes, they missed on a lot of guys. I mean, they took Sam Howell, and we'll see how Sam Howell does. I feel like he's on a hot seat, but if Sam Howell can go out there and get them 7-8 wins, then he may stay over water, stay afloat, and get another year under his belt. But he has to. The target goal for him to me is 7 to 8 wins.
We'll probably get into a healthy defense this year. And I think who's supposed to be starting? Sam Howell supposed to be starter, or is it going to be Jacoby Brissett?
No, Sam Howell.
Sam Howell's starter.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people praise, a lot of people compare him his game like Baker Mayfield because they pretty much like similar quarterback was college. They both was gunslingers for the respective schools. Hopefully, Sam Howell stays healthy enough this year to reap the reward that the Raiders, sorry, not Raiders, but the Bears finally get a quarterback that they so desperately needed to take to the next level. What about Brandon Staley,
Where is he at?
the Chargers?
Oh,
That man
yeah.
is nuclear hot right now after that
Yeah, he on the hot seat.
last year. In my opinion, he got five for the Jaguars game last year.
He
His
that's
decision,
passing.
his decision making is so garbage.
Yeah, it's about time for him to,
It's Secret Swift for him this year.
And the thing is, he wouldn't even be on the hot seat if he just used common football sense.
He
Yeah,
got
for real.
he got one.
It's like, bro.
He would have started Mike Williams with a bad back. He wouldn't have cost the Chargers a playoff spot 2 years ago, and then he would have blown a 27-0 lead last year.
That team should have a couple of AFC championships and Super Bowl appearances, at least appearances.
And they have been healthy the last 2 years, for the most part.
This is the year. I mean,
it's it for him, man. He's probably in the worst predicament of any coach in this list, in my opinion.
But he did it to himself, so like you can't even feel bad. Like you say he's the worst predicament, but it's self-inflicted.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. It's his fault why the Chargers struggle to finish games because of his ineptitude to be a coach. He has no decision making, he has no common sense. He sold the Chargers who I think could have upset the Chiefs in Arrowhead if that game would have happened. But we'll never know now. This is it for him. You got a healthy Mike Williams. You got a new OC, Kellen Moore. Hopefully, Justin Herbert could become the next great Chargers quarterback.
You just added another receiver in Quentin Johnston. You still got a good defense.
Derwin James came off with all pro season last year.
Something like that.
Yeah, they got to at least win one playoff game and almost win the second one.
I was just going to say they probably just got to win, make it to the AFC Championship.
That's why I was going to say AFC Championship was a bust for them. But that team is too good to make it one game in and lose next one. That team is too good talented-wise. To me, they're just as talented as the Buffalo Bills on both sides of the ball. But the Bills have enough just to win one or two games. Chargers, their coaching is what separates them apart. Sean McDermott is a way better coach than Brandon Staley. Y'all can agree. I think Justin Herbert is just as talented as Josh Allen. I think Austin Eckler is a better back than what the Bills got. The receivers receiver course about as even. The defense is solid. But it'll come down to it. In order to be a great NFL team, it starts with coaching. And that team is too talented to have a coach as Brandon Staley. If he don't make it to the playoffs or he gets a championship, or at least win at least 2 games, or 1 or 2 games, he's out of there, man. It's it for him. What about Kevin Stefanski with the Browns? DJ with the Browns. I know you can't say the Browns.
I don't think he's on the hot seat just because it's going to be the first full year with Deshaun.
Yeah.
So you give a little leeway with this.
But in my eyes, he probably should be on the hot seat because you had Baker out there trying to be Big Ben.
With one arm.
When you know his game is, with one arm. And you know his game is play action. And then, matter of fact, that last game Baker played, Nick Chubb didn't play the fourth quarter. The announcers was calling out like, how do you not have Nick Chubb in the game right now in the fourth quarter?
And don't forget, Stefanski is final year of his contract.
Mm.
Year with the Browns.
I didn't know he was in the final year.
4th year of his 5-year deal.
Yeah, it's
And then
it's it.
the Browns are $14 million over the cap because of the Deshaun trade. So they got no money to buy anybody. They're broke. So the Browns are moving back down both because they let their whole team in for one person. Do they have a team
I
that
think they'll give him at least 2 years with Deshaun. If that doesn't work,
so
then you got to move on because you got to think Nick Chubb ain't doing nothing but getting older. And honestly, in my opinion, Nick Chubb is the best player on that team. Even with Deshaun over, Nick Chubb.
Even
is
with
that
Myles
team.
Garrett,
and Denzel
Even,
Ward,
bro, even with Myles Garrett, bro. You look at Myles Garrett, y'all keep saying Myles Garrett, but Nick Chubb is that team. That team goes wherever Nick Chubb goes. Like the same way Steelers go wherever TJ Watt goes, that team still will win games without Myles Garrett, but that team will not win games without Nick
I
Chubb.
don't know about that. He
That
is
team will not win games without Nick Chubb.
I don't know. That
they're not
defense.
gonna put it in his hands. They're gonna put it in Deshaun's hands because they paying Deshaun all that money.
And that's what's gonna get Kevin Stefanski fired.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, man. They struggle this year. Deshaun looked like a pay cut to get for help. Or what
And then
Ain't
think about it.
taking a
As
pay
talented
cut.
as
It's all
Deshaun is,
guaranteed.
why not have him pick teams off by running play action? Feed Nick Chubb,
That
run
is
play
true.
action, make linebackers bite, and run crossing routes behind it.
But Deshaun Watson never had to do that before because he never had a legit running back.
But you know how easy
Got one now.
that would be for Deshaun to do that.
Or put him in the spread and run out the spread and get eclipse him. You got the weapons to run a spread type offense.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, no teams are not gonna fear Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson. But teams will fear Nick Chubb. Because they know Nick Chubb can run for 200 on you.
They still should have got D-Hop in my opinion. D-Hop, Amari Cooper, and Nick Chubb. Come on, now.
That would be nice. Because David Njoku, yeah, he'll get tight. You ain't scaring no damn body. You don't fear David Njoku.
Like
But you gotta cover him 1-on-1. You can't double nobody. And if you go nickel or dime, I'm gonna just run it. Nick Chubb gonna get 8-9 yards a pop. Ooh, man, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, Nick Chubb is that offense.
all right, next person we're talking about is Arthur Smith of the Atlanta Falcons. Your thoughts on him?
I mean, honestly, he really only got that job because of Marcus Mariota. So I mean,
Or Marcus Mariota got the job because Arthur Smith.
Huh?
hey,
What the hell, Mark? What? I'm confused.
Marcus Mariota played up for Arthur Smith during his years type before he got benched Ryan Tannehill. Arthur Smith was going towards Tennessee. And the only reason Arthur Smith had last year was because his mission. Because he runs a spread type offense. And that's why I think they drafted Mark 2.0 with Desmond Ritter. I don't think he's the guy either. I hope he has a good season, but he's there for 10 ways to darn Falcons. Unless Desmond Ritter have like a magical season. I think he has one. I think he'll have one this year and then next year Kent Williams. That's it for him. Next question we'll talk about is the Bears head coach Matt Eberflus.
Yeah, how long he been there?
Eberflus, and then it's only his second year.
So I don't think he's on a hot seat.
Yeah, I want to say
think more
he's on
so,
the second year.
I think more so Justin
Fields more than anybody.
Yeah, like
But he got to show some kind of improvement though going into this year though. Got to show some kind of improvement.
Justin Fields will have to show some improvement.
They went 3-14 last year, and then the most.
Hey, because you can't use. He ain't got no weapons no more. He got plenty.
Exactly.
He got plenty of
He got
receivers.
enough weapons.
And he got
And if I was the Bears, I would have tried to overpay for Dalvin Cook, in my opinion. Like, I feel like they need to trade for a running back.
I mean, Khalil Herbert ain't trash.
He's not trash.
I mean, he's suitable.
If I could have got Dalvin Cook as well, I mean, for a couple $1 million more than what the market is for him, why not? Shit.
And then, bro, any team that got Chase Claypool as the third, fourth receiver,
And
they're deep at receiver.
they
If,
still,
if Chase Claypool is your third, fourth receiver, you have more than enough receiver weapons.
yeah. So what it is? DJ Moore, Epidemic, Chase Claypool. They still got Pringle, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Last coach we're gonna talk about Dennis Allen with the Saints. During his coaching year, he is 15-38 as a coach between the Raiders and the Saints. Now,
What's the Saints record?
last year they was 7-10 due to Jameis Winston's injury riddle and production this season. Andy Dalton being the starter for most of the year. They could have still won that division with that bad of a team. I think this year with a healthy quarterback, healthy team, I think he'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. They was one win away from the playoffs last year. That trash by NFC South.
I think Saints.
I think.
Yeah, I think Saints.
Go ahead. Yeah, I like the Saints. I mean, like you were saying, their division's trash. I feel like they upgraded that quarterback, but not a big upgrade. It's just a couple notches above Jameis Winston. It's not even all that.
I mean, no, you got to think. I think they upgraded a lot because I think they were starting Andy Dalton, even though Jameis got back healthy.
And
I mean, but from Andy Dalton to Derek Carr,
that's a big.
I think that's a big ass difference.
I like Jameis over Andy Dalton any day. That's why.
Yeah, okay. Because I like Jameis over Andy Dalton too.
Jameis to Derek Carr, to me, that's not a really big jump. I mean, Derek Carr hasn't really done that in the playoffs. I mean, he's leaving Las Vegas where he had a hell of weapons last year. Darren Waller and Devontae Adams. I mean,
Darren Waller was hurt.
He had a. Oh, he was.
Yeah,
but you still had Josh Jacobs in the backfield, over 1,000-yard rusher.
You got 100.
Hunter Renfrow.
That team had no reason to be as trash they was.
Oh yeah,
that team had no reason to be as trash. And you look at Derek Carr's track record. I mean, he's been a Pro Bowler, but at the same time, it's like, okay,
he's been big his whole career. He's been big. He's like a middle of the road quarterback.
No, he had one phenomenal year. I remember that, but he broke his leg or something like that.
He got hurt.
So I just want to see what he does with the Saints. You know, I mean, he playing in the dome. That crowd is going to be crazy each and every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, whatever you play. To me, he has the same talent. I mean, Las Vegas probably had a little better talent in my eyes, but we'll see what he can do. I mean, the division's bad. So
Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara.
You got Chris Olave,
Alvin Kamara, Jahan.
They have plenty. They have
Johnson.
I tell you what, they have the most talent in that division. There's no reason why they should not win.
There's no reason. Yeah. So if I'm Derek Carr, I just worry about winning the division.
Win the game.
If you win the division, yeah, like you'll be good.
It don't have to be pretty. Just win the game.
Just win the game.
This next to both of y'all, including George. Can Michael Thomas go back to that Pro Bowl type receiver he was 3 years ago?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So what do you think? He's a above average receiver, or you consider as a mid receiver? Michael Thomas.
At this point, bro, he hasn't played in what 2-3 seasons.
Yeah, it's like 2-3 seasons. Like, man,
he's left, right?
Chris Olave to me jumped him. He's the number one guy.
What is Michael Thomas? What his overall is on? It's like a low mid-80s.
And it's like Chris Olave is the number one guy. In my opinion, they should have drafted another receiver because who they got?
He's a
what is his name? What is his name, DJ? That played for the Browns with OBJ.
Oh, Jarvis
Landry. Oh yeah, they should run Jarvis Landry back.
Yeah, so
they're pretty loaded wide receiver.
They load. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like I can draft a young receiver. I feel like that's what they should have did. Draft another young receiver to pair along with Chris Olave.
Because Mike Thomas is now what?
But if they don't do it, they can do it this upcoming draft, you know. So
he's been leading after 7 years now. Only have 4 productive years. And after that,
he hasn't played that's the last 3 seasons, right? He ain't really played.
The last great season he had was when he had that breakout year with that 2,000 yards receiving.
I mean, But I still like. I think the Saints should win that division. I mean, they should have no
Nah,
reason not
sorry,
to.
they not.
Oh yeah, George. What face for home?
You giving it to her, aren't you?
So George, honestly, George, and please don't make it a hot take. You really see yourself winning this division this year?
I mean, bro, why not? Like, come on now, like we got a good roster, bro. I don't know why people thinking that we still don't have like good talent on our team. I mean, shit, we got good receivers. Um, we have good receivers. You know, if most of our players can like, so we a lot better than what people keep thinking that we not, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sick of it.
You say you're a lot better than what people think y'all is.
I said we're a lot better than what people are like trying to like
How many
down.
wins? How many wins y'all think y'all can get? You think the team can win the season?
You said what?
How many wins you think y'all can have this season?
Honestly, like real
I can
honestly,
see 10, 11.
I
Okay.
mean that's doable.
I can see 10, 11 because we play the Jags division and we play the Vikings division. I mean,
I don't think you get the Jackson. I think it's gonna be hunky dory.
I'll be honest. I don't think we can beat Jacksonville or the Vikings, but I mean, you know, everybody else, I think we have a good shot against in that division.
What? So you think 10, 11 wins is good for you, huh?
Yeah, I think 10, 11 wins is doable.
Tough.
Not tough.
At the very least 9. Probably go 9 and 8.
Is that are y'all still birth though for you?
I mean, late wild card, like wild card maybe.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Hey
Tough.
man, you have faith in my team, cuz.
Some of them takes you said this summer, man, are pretty ridiculous.
I don't have faith in my team. I'm gonna be realistic with y'all.
I got super.
Like we are not a good team.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine this year.
And I think I might have a little bit too much faith in mine. So
Oh,
Yeah, you got a lot.
I got a lot.
You got a basket full of
I
it.
got a big
you got
ass
to
amount
go
of
for
faith.
Super Bowl, boy. Oh, buckle. Oh,
Boy,
buckle.
I like our chances. I want us to line up with everybody.
Oh,
My problem is I got the same amount of faith in the Steelers as I do in FSU, and I think that's a problem because I should have way more faith in FSU than I do the
Yeah,
Steelers.
because if we win the LSU game, that's gonna put a lot of confidence in us, and we might not lose a game after that.
Yeah, and see, and the Steelers, I'm just saying, line it up. I don't care. We'll win.
oh, I got him up.
Man, so that defense gonna prevail regardless. So what y'all want to
One
do?
way or another, which I want to do. Don't make me a difference.
No.
I think the only thing I'm worried about with both my teams is figuring out everybody ring size.
That's tough.
Yeah, my ring size. Hold on,
Yeah,
man.
just trying to figure out everybody ring size. Who
Ooh,
knows?
you drunk. You drunk, DJ?
Hey, man,
You think?
I feel good, man. I feel great.
Hold on, now. You got some tough games in that schedule. Now, call break, now.
And I want to smoke with everybody, and that's my problem. I should not be wanting to smoke with everybody, but I do. So,
Listen,
well.
if Pittsburgh, 9-8 again. Y'all don't make the playoffs, man. Oh, what tell you? 9-8
But the
wins.
chicken looking good.
In check, huh? You heard me,
We'll
DJ?
be fine. We'll be fine, cuz.
You fine? I'll see y'all in Pittsburgh.
Can't wait.
Tough.
We'll be there.
Lord, anyway,
What happened?
we'll take care of y'all. Real quick. Haters. Let me ask you this question. And I saw this on ESPN. Give me 4 teams that could beat Georgia this year. It's a legitimate chance. Legitimate chance to beat Georgia this year. I'm
Zero.
gonna start with DJ.
Oh, you gonna start with me? After all that I just talked, you want to start
Yeah,
with me?
start with you, DJ.
Huh, FSU, line them up.
Who else? Got 3 more teams.
FSU. I'm never gonna count Bama out, so I'm always say Bama, no matter what. I don't care what they got going on. As long as Nick Saban's there, they'll figure it out.
Okay, who else?
But really nobody, bro. I mean, I guess they do have their quarterback issues right now. They need to figure out who's gonna be that guy. Of course, all right. Yeah, so I'm just stick to the basics. Ohio State, Michigan.
Basics.
Stick to the basics. I don't know.
Stick to the basics.
Because who the 4th team right now? LSU at number 4 and we at number 5.
I was LSU, man. I can't go.
I don't think LSU. I
That West is
don't
too
like
hard.
LSU over Georgia.
That West is too hard.
I don't
Right
like LSU over us.
Thank you. So I'm damn sure not going to put them over Georgia.
So
You like Florida over Utah, Charles?
I don't know this dude. I want to be a positive guy, man. I just our quarterback room is so god awful. Quarterback room trash. Our quarterback room is really bad. We go as far as our quarterback room will take us. As far as the quarterback room takes us. If the quarterback room ain't successful, we're not going to be successful. Come down to quarterback play. Quarterback support.
Quarterback play.
That's right. That's all it's about, baby. Quarterback play.
Quarterback play. College football now, you need a good quarterback to be successful. You need one. I'm sorry. Or a solid enough one with a good team around. I mean, you see years past, Asia McCann was not a good college football quarterback. He was just surrounded by pieces. He was a great game manager. Great game manager. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm disrespecting his table. But quarterback after him, like Brad McElroy was a game manager. But quarterbacks like Bryce Young, Jalen Hurts, those guys were stars. Mac Jones. I can't even say Mac Jones was star because he had excellent receivers around.
Yeah, you got to think he had Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, and Henry Ruggs. I mean, come on, bro.
Jalen Hurts and Tua had them too. Cause Jalen Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith.
But Jalen Ruggs too was
I feel like I'm missing one though. Didn't he have another receiver?
Jalen Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith. One of the boys had Calvin Ridley.
That probably was Jalen.
Jalen had Calvin Ridley. One of the boys had Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Because the same year that Calvin Ridley played that championship game is the same year he played against his brother Riley Ridley when he was at Georgia.
Brother, yeah. That was during when Tua came in and threw that bomb in the
Tua came in, yep. So I knew I did have 4 good receivers. And I think they also, matter of fact, did Mac Jones had a young Jameson Williams?
I think so.
So you said Jameson, Waddle, Devontae, and Ruggs still on the team. With me,
This piece of chicken ball is gonna be pissed.
So, oh boy, it's gonna be a lot. Excuse me.
Hey, to answer, say what I had to say.
Oh wait.
I think I took a pick for.
Damn, who's your team that could beat Georgia?
To be honest, bro, I'm just being real. None. I mean,
You think Georgia for the first 2 to 30s to repeat? 3P?
We'll see how
Unless
the
they,
quarterback play is.
I about to say, unless that quarterback come out here and shit the bed,
You talking about
Georgia
Ben?
is still gonna be a problem.
That's just like,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Ain't no team done it since the 37 Minnesota Gophers. To be down,
they like a well-oiled machine. As long as they gonna, because they gonna keep getting recruits. As long as they keep, especially the defensive recruits. As long as they keep putting defensive first rounders in the NFL each and every
Yeah,
year.
D linemen, linebackers.
D-line, linebacker, corner, safeties, whatever it may be. They just a well-oiled machine over there, man.
they got a raw quarterback coming in. He's a Elite 11 quarterback. I think he's coming next year. I think he was a number 1 or number 2 quarterback in their class. But Georgia gonna be straight for the next several years with him a quarterback. Tennessee gonna be good. That one dude is out in California. That's a part of it now. Want to share something? George, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, so I saw an article online. Let me get to my album real quick. So they have this list for the NBA top 10 lowest pull-up three-point percentages from last year. I want y'all to take a guess what the lowest three-point pull-up percentage last year. I want y'all to get a guess.
Repeat that.
Dylan Brooks.
That is correct. Good job, Dale. Dylan Brooks.
I just guessed on that too.
Dylan Brooks had the lowest three-point pull-up percentage in anybody in the NBA last year. He had 155 attempts, 27%.
Oh, you watching?
He was 27%. Jason Tatum was 29. Ja Morant 29.8. De'Aaron Fox 30. And Chris Paul, Jordan Poole, Jaden Ivey, Trey Mann, Devin Booker, and Terry Rozier.
That man said he know his game. He's sticking what he know.
Now, who do you think had the highest three-point pull-up percentage?
Steph.
Said what?
Was it not Steph?
Yes, it was definitely Steph.
I'm like, was it not Steph?
Steph shot 45% as a pull-up three-point shoot. Sheesh. Now, I want to read you this article, another article. Now, listen to this article. Top 10 defenders in NBA history to never win a defensive player of the year. Now, I'm asking y'all this. Do y'all agree with the top 10 list? Top 10 list follows. Number 10, AD. Jason Kidd. Number 8, Andre Karoleko. Number 6, LeBron James. Number 6, Kobe Bryant. Number 5, Bobby Jones. Scottie Pippen, Bruce Bowen, Patrick Ewing, and Tim Duncan, number 1. Did Kobe ever win a defensive player of the year award?
I don't think he did.
I thought Kobe did win one.
Kobe won one.
LeBron didn't win it either?
Yeah, I know LeBron ain't win one. But I don't think Kobe won one, though. I don't think he did.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who do you pick to the prime educator and a prime Paul George?
Who? You said who to what?
A prime Tatum and a prime Paul George. Who you got one-on-one?
A prime Tatum and a
one-on-one?
prime Paul George. I
You
got
saying a
PG.
one-on-one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking Paul George all day, every day. I told you Paul George is my favorite player.
Hey yo, boys, I got to pee a lot.
So we go
All
ahead
right,
and stop.
Kyle.
No problem, man. It's been fun though, y'all. It's been fun.
We go ahead and stop it right here, man. I know Dale, you hadn't heard the too anyways, but appreciate everybody coming into the season finale.
Oh yeah.
Season hey, you guys top man. I appreciate George, our man, A-Man, DJ, and two guy Dale Spears. Appreciate y'all
Yes,
boys
sir.
coming in. We'll start
yeah.
season 3, week 1 of college football. Week 3 college football season. And
Well, more news came out about NCAA too, cuz.
we'll talk about that.
But we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. See y'all next Sunday for season 3. Signing off. All right, George, I'll let you go.